Hello folks, this is Sue Bell from ThemeSim.com, and I am here today to show you some of the latest and greatest features that Matt and I have been working on in the Keyword Ideas screen. Now for those of you who aren't familiar with the Keyword Ideas screen in DWS, the idea here is that you track all of your keyword ideas as you're doing your market analysis and research, and we've enhanced this screen today to give you more of a money feedback. Now let me just jump right in here and show you what's going on. Most of you who are familiar with the screen are going to realize that about 2/3 of this screen has actually changed. And what we have added here is the estimated SEO cost range. So in other words, as you put in the data for your keywords, you're going to get a lower end cost and an upper end cost. Now these are estimates, and it's based off of the competition and the page rank and some other factors, and they're our best guess, and these numbers are actually affected by how much there's an overview screen, and you put in how much it costs for you to create an article and submit an article and to submit bookmarks and all of those kinds of things. So you put in your costs, and then we estimate how much you're going to need based on the competition and come up with these values here for how much it's going to cost you to actually rank for this keyword. Now the other thing, and this is something that we've just added to the system, this is still in beta, guys. You're not going to see this today live if you log into DWS, but Matt promised me he'd try really, really hard to have it out by Christmas. One of the new features that we've added is the budget feature. So in your project overview screen, you're going to be able to add your budget for this project. So let's say you only want to spend $10,000 on this website. In other words, ranking for all of the keywords in this website. You put that information in here, and it's going to bounce it against how much it's going to cost for you to rank for this keyword and come back and tell you whether or not this is a good idea. And it's going to look at the idea, good idea, in two different terms. One is, does it come in under budget? So in other words, if this is going to cost 300% of your budget, and it gets a red flag. Okay? Now, the other thing it looks at is your financial goal, right? And what it will do is net you, so your financial goal, you've been able to put this in for a long time, and this is talking about like how much you want to make off of this website in a month. And in this particular instance, this is a totally bogus blueprint that we've got over on Dev, so it's just got some random numbers in here. But in this particular case, he's saying that he wants to make $1,000 off of this website per month. And what this is telling you is that you're going to meet and exceed the expectation there if you rank for this term. Your estimated ROI on this term is, and it's right over here, $162,000 a month. Okay, now that's based off of your expected conversion rate, the expected traffic, which is based off the search volume, and then your expected conversion rate, and how much you actually make on each sale. It takes all of that into account and comes up with what your potential gross revenue for the website is going to be. And it looks at that price, and it looks at your financial goal, and it's just like, wow, yeah, you will definitely exceed your financial goal 16,000%. And so because of that, you get this little lightning bolt with the plus sign there, and that, yeah, okay, you're going to meet this goal, but it doesn't fall into this part of your budget, so you still get the red flag. Now, here we have a green flag. It means it meets both criteria. It falls within your ability. It's only going to cost you $6,366 to rank for it. Your budget's $10,000, so it easily falls inside of your budget. And not only that, but where this is going to be like 60% of your budget, it's going to exceed 60% of your financial goal. So we don't just say, hey, it's going to meet your financial goal, but it looks actually at the percentages of your financial goals and says, yeah, wow, this is a completely green flag. Now, the way that this is ordered, this screen is actually sorted by searches, so your most profitable keywords will probably come up at the top. And then we've got some more things for here where the competition is just too stiff. You're not going to make it. Then here's another one. Now, interestingly enough, you're going to see a lot of these. Let me just find one that's red. And okay, this is an example of red, and you're going to lose money. In other words, first of all, at $14,000, it does not meet your budget. And then second of all, the ROI on this term, you're not going to make your money back in under 30 days. And that, for me, is kind of a cutoff point. I've looked at a whole bunch of keywords, and they tend to fall into a couple of different classes. One is, it looks like you're going to make your money back in like 7 to 10 days, or much less, sometimes even a day. And sometimes your ROI is going to be over 30 days, and then there's some of those where your actual net is going to be zero, just because there's no cost on the term. There's a few of those in here. And so, like, you'll never, ever, ever recoup your ROI in that case. So those are the three possibilities. You're going to recoup it in over 30 days. You're not going to recoup it at all. Or you're going to recoup it really pretty fast. And so what we wanted to do, I think there's going to be a yellow flag that's going to come in here too, but for right now you've got the red and the green, which is, as far as I'm concerned, that's great. It's either an on or an off. This either meets all my criterias or it doesn't meet my criteria. It's a good idea or it's a not so hot idea. And we just kind of made that sort of arbitrary cutoff at the 30-day mark, because just in my experience, if you can't recoup your money in 30 days, because everything, like, all of this is an estimate and everything is in flux. And so I'm not saying that you will necessarily recoup your money in 30 days, but wouldn't you rather focus on the terms that are going to recoup your money a lot faster than the ones that are going to recoup your money at a slower rate? Now, here's the way that I look at this screen. I'm going to come through this screen and I'm going to cherry pick the terms. Now, of course, it all has to be like braided to my USP and my irresistible offer, and like, I'm not throwing marketing out the window. I'm assuming that the terms that I put in here already factor into what it is that I'm looking at, the market segments that I'm looking at, and I'm wanting to see which market segments are a good idea for me based on my financial concerns at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to come through here, I'm going to cherry pick the best terms in terms of what's closest to my USP, what makes most sense from my from the people who are actually talking about these terms. Is this targeting the market that I want to hit, and does it make the most financial sense for me? So I'm going to target those terms. I'm going to throw them over into the blueprint. I'm going to go ahead and blueprint out my website, and then once I get it up and I start making money, I can revisit this screen. I can go back into my project overview screen. I can adjust the amount of money that I want to spend to get a keyword, because now I've got some money coming in. I've either proven to my client, if I'm an SEO professional, or if I'm trying to do startup and bootstrap my own projects, then I've already got a cash flow started, and then I can come back and do the next slice, right? Take the next slice out of my market and start building out another couple of silos and ranking for some more terms and get that ball rolling and rolling and rolling. So this is one of 3 changes that Matt's got coming down for Christmas, and I was so excited I had to jump the gun and make a video and show you guys what's going on. I hope you're as excited as I am. If, shoot, yeah, as I said, by Christmas, keep your fingers crossed and send Matt lots of chocolate and coffee, and hopefully by Christmas we will have these changes in place and you'll actually be able to get up on Christmas Day and go play with them. Alright, this is Sue Bell from ThemeZoom signing off, wishing all of you guys a very Merry Christmas.